Hey,
Hello. How's it going?
not too bad. From one shed to another. Good to see you. I guess mine's not officially a shed. It's like the room off the back of my garage. I was worried this might be the case. I'm not sure if my Wi-Fi signal is great out here. Let me see if opening the door helps.
Oh, mine's terrible. I think I'm on data. Seems alright though.
Sorry, All right. Well, it seems to be working a little better than it was. You're in like horizontal vertical mode. It's great. So you're already tipsy, huh? I take it.
My phone is it's pieces of glass and hope.
Right on.
It's working sort of alright. Yeah.
Well, I've any which way you can, I guess. You know, like, are you gonna go get a new phone right now? Jesus.
No, can't. No shops.
Wow. So yeah, like, is it total lockdown over there?
Yeah. We've been in lockdown for 10 weeks.
Wow. Okay. I think, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a bit worried.
What do you think does it seem to be having much effect? I've been kind of ignoring the news and just staying in as fucking much as possible with some bits and pieces here and there. So does it seem to have some effect on the curve?
I'm with my parents at the moment.
Right.
Yeah, it seems to be bringing it down by like, I think they're like 500 people today. It's still like quite a lot for such a small place.
That's new cases?
So, new deaths.
Oy. Yeah, that's rough.
That's down by about 200 on yesterday. So, yeah, seems to be going in the right direction.
Well, that's good. We seem to be going in the absolute wrong direction. They're talking about reopening over here. Maybe not
Yeah,
ours.
we get your news as well.
What's that?
We get your news as like light relief. When we heard our government is doing wrong, then they go, oh, but it could be Trump. So like that's the bit that because we're like second worst in the world.
Right.
So we've got like bragging rights a bit. But yeah, my dad does that quite a lot. He'll sit there and go, oh yeah, this Trump guy, he's awful. And then he'll listen to what Boris Johnson has to say with like a straight face.
Yeah.
They're not the same dude, but like
he does have a way of really topping them all, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, but like
it's all the same shit, though.
Admirable about that. Being the best shithead is like, you know,
there's
the shittiest shithead.
That he probably takes some pride in that. Like, I think he likes that people hate him. You know, or he must, I would think. Maybe not. I don't know. I've given up trying to, like, psychoanalyze that weirdo. Do
you have I don't know if I've seen it over there, but Marmite? It's like a sort of savoury spread that you put on toast.
I'm aware of Marmite, and there's probably even a manner in which I could, like, go to a store and buy some if I wanted it, but I don't know where exactly, and I don't know. I don't think I've had it. You know, I might have tried it once. I think a friend had some here in the States, and I tried a little bit. It was odd.
It's quite sort of aggressive and sort of a bit moldy tasting.
Yeah,
but like it has this marketing slogan where they talk about some people love it and some people hate it.
Sure.
And it's sort of inferring that it must be in equal parts, that if people hate it quite a lot, then some people must really love it, which I don't think is true of Marmite, but I think Trump is a bit like that. He thinks that if people really, 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 really hate him, then there must be some people that really, really love him. So,
I think there's
person, he divides people.
Well, yeah, no, that's his bread and butter, and I think there's the people that probably wouldn't like him if it wasn't for the fact that he pisses off so many people that they don't like. I don't know what it is. It's they just have to see some libs get owned or whatever, some snowflakes tears or what have you, like, and that's what people thrive off, and apparently that's what I guess partially his appeal to some, I can only imagine.
See, he makes me laugh, which, like, Boris doesn't really do. Boris isn't that funny, but like Trump is a true comedian, and I think that's the real danger of it.
Yeah,
it's actually funny.
It's scary, but yeah, he is funny. Some of the things that he comes out with, and the way he just says things off the cuff, they're like one-liners. Like somebody was even saying that he has like a comedian's delivery when it comes to talking speeches or whatever, which it's true. And I mean, look at the shit that he was doing before this, like going on WWF and like hosting modeling competitions and like being on a roast and stuff. Like, I don't know, definitely courting celebrity ship.
Yeah, that's dope.
Oh boy. So Boris got sick, but he got better, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he got sick, and then he could have gone either way, apparently. And then he wasn't sick, and then he was out getting coffee the next day, and it was all of it.
Oh, God.
It's like, when you walk into like a job interview and you're completely unprepared for it and stuff. I think he was in that position and he just went, I've got it. I'm going to hospital now.
Okay, so he's just like, oh my God, it's life or death. And then they're just like, yeah, it's not that bad. And he's like, oh, okay. I was, I guess, sort of the same. What's that now?
Like shaking. He was meeting all the nurses and the patients and stuff, and like shaking their hands and that when they had it and got it off them and gave it to the rest of his mates in the cabinet, which was really funny. But you weren't allowed to laugh because it's not funny, it's a disease. But just restarted. But yeah, it was really funny. Yeah, there was days of that.
The problem with it being like funny is it's also sad because he's not going to learn a goddamn thing from that experience. Like, I keep wishing for, and I hate to say it, like, I don't want people to die. I want people to get sick and then get better, and hopefully with no, long-term side effects from it, but just fucking give them something to chew on. All these people that are just like, my rights or whatever, like, just, I don't know.
There's been a few of those. There's been like preacher stories and stuff where they're like, oh, got to keep it safe, and then that guy gets it and no one else in the congregation. It's like, it's some sort of miracle.
There is something to the poetic justice of that stuff, but unfortunately I feel like it's kind of lost. Like, nobody's going to learn a lesson or anything from getting sick. If they, like, some people will die and then some people will get it and be like, it's just a cold or whatever. I don't know. Like, I got sick with something, who knows what. And I was sort of on that panicky mode of like, what the fuck do I do? Is my life hanging in the balance? And it was a rough go, whatever it was, but I don't know. I still don't know what it is. There's no, like, as far as I know, antibody testing that I could go get or whatever, even if I wanted to terribly, but it makes me wonder what it's like to be a person that simply must go out and do things because I am not one of those people
Yeah.
really. I kind of am, but
I've sort of realised how much I am because like I'm in this like 4 foot square
oh
thing
yeah,
all day long, working on lots of good things and making things and
I gotta
planting
say,
trees and stuff. That's nice. But
I've
nice
only
bounce down.
seen a little bit of your progress, but it seems quite amazing. You've got quite a few gadgets piling up in a nice fashion, I must say, as well as opposed to my piling up.
It's only small.
Yes, let's see.
I need some. I've got. I've got over. This is a sin cushion here. This is a clone of a Neutron 3. This is the Dig Dug DIY 8-bit. Hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
I've got Mega Drive controller thing, drum box, some sort of experimental piano over there, stylophone X1, sequencer, some sort of filter thing, sub-octave box, dub slayer, and sort of 15 CMOS chips and loops thing, the sequencer. That's like, you know, the Dutch guy. His name is a bit. Oh no!
Hello again. All right, I moved
Yeah,
my.
everything went wrong. Everything went all at the same time. Like the Wi-Fi went off. My charging cable broke, which is now I've sort of like gaffer taped it back together with a little bit of sellotape. So hopefully that will.
I love this angle, by the way. It's your chin is intense.
It might hold up. This is where you get it. Here's my red face.
It's lovely to see. So, well, here I don't know how much you can actually make out of my shop at all, but I put you on the fan without blades so I can move you around. Ooh.
Oh, excellent.
Ah. My fat head's blocking everything.
At all, man.
What'd you say?
I can show and tell things like.
Oh yeah. Do you have some stuff to show and tell?
Oh no, not at all.
Okay, well I brought a couple of things to take a look at. I'll try and hold them up. So you were asking, I think what sort of got this started was Barbie karaoke machines, right? You were looking for one of them?
Yeah.
I've got a nice little pile of them. Okay, yeah, so maybe. Do you know how to tell the difference of any of the interior circuits based off of the exterior design of the toy?
No.
Okay, that's fair.
From memory, the difference between them was blobs or chips. And some were sort of more pulsate spec, like the blobs were more glitchy than chip. Like, it's been a while since I've dug inside one.
I opened.
So see what it is, dude.
Yeah, I opened one and then, like, I don't know, I have a bad habit of starting projects and then, like, sort of hitting a wall and then socking them away for many, many years. So I have.
That was useful for me up until, like, 3 weeks ago. That was really useful because I had loads of projects to finish.
Right.
And now I've finished those projects. Now what do I do?
Got to get some more projects. Wow, so you're all wrapped up. See, I've still got shit on the pile from years ago, and like I've been doing like no circuit bending during this, hardly at all. Which is kind of a bummer, but I've been making this show and I've been cleaning up the house and just, doing whatever. So it's sort of, it's fine. The way that I look at it too is like a lot of the stuff that I did circuit bending for is kind of null at the moment. Like I'm not going to have much of a way to show it off, but Well, I don't know. I need to get back into some. I've got a few ones that are definitely like right in the middle that need to get done. So okay, this one's like got the cream kind of pastel sort of peachy color, and then here's this one, kind of more lavender.
Yeah.
And then
Are you sure it's not faded?
What's that?
Have they not just like faded those two?
Well, here, it's possible, but I think here's the classic that we know and love. Oh, yeah. And if you see them all together, they do look, I would say, rather different. Here, I'm going to grab my phone too.
Yeah.
One sec. Sorry, it's a bad angle for everybody. There, now. Now you can see, and the folks at home can see. So, yeah, I think they're all, like, slightly different, but maybe it could be sun fade. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hard to say. So, and who knows, like, I think this was manufactured for a number of years as well. So probably, you know, whatever plastic they had the most of on hand any given season of manufacture, I guess. I really don't know. Oh, and that one too. So I've got a number of these. Are there other ones that you're looking for? Other devices?
Other things that I would be looking for. All these things. But the thing is, I never know what those things are.
Right. Well, I mean, I've been shoving these things away like a little pack rat for many, many years. So I've got all sorts of different stuff laying around. And the way I'm sort of seeing it is I would probably send this to you in some sort of flat rate package from the USPS. It would be, I'm guessing, my easiest way to go about doing this. And then just jamming whatever else will fit in the box with it. That seems fun. But this might be just the size for a medium flat rate. So I'll look at postage and we'll see. But I've kind of like, I've slimmed down the collection of kind of one-off toys to, I've got lots of stuff that, you know, I've got 3 or more of, you know, with the idea of maybe doing some bending eventually. But man, it's been too long. And yeah, I've spent a lot of time on, I was going pretty good on this here. I'll show you one that's in progress with its guts hanging out. I was going pretty headstrong at this thing for a while. For a matter of months, but it's built into an audiometer case. I really wanted it for like the oscillators or whatever that were in there initially, but then when I opened the guts, it was just rust and grossness. So I scrubbed it out and I'm rehousing it. But it's essentially going to be like a beefed up clone of that yellow box that controls all the golden book strips that I've been trotting around for many years. So I just got to get in there and make sense of stuff. What do you have an okay, so I guess a couple of the things I've been meaning to ask about is like uh-oh. Still there? I think the audio's there. I don't know about video though. Okay, there we go. So this Barbie one had some connection to your dreams. Is that right?
I'm still definitely here. I can see video.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me though? That's the big question.
And there was yeah, I know you're frozen.
Okay.
Video. Still updated. There's no Wi-Fi here at the moment. It's just dropped out.
Looks like you're back, maybe for the moment.
So,
okay, so
in this dream,
yes,
I was in the West Indies somewhere, and I'd been mortally wounded, and there was an old lady playing me some nice sounds through a Bobby karaoke machine to try and heal this thing that had happened, and then it didn't. And I had a beer, and it was all right. I was not dreaming.
That's a nice ending to a dream.
Yeah,
I had a beer and it was okay.
I was watching the sun go down and I had a beer. So it was alright. I don't dream normally. Like I'm not good at doing that.
It seems like you've been having a number of them lately. Do you dream all the time?
No, most of the time I don't.
Yeah, I don't usually either. Which I I have a feeling why but yeah,
because of like major catastrophe and we're all going to die.
Well,
that. I don't
know. I was going to blame my my pot usage that seems to definitely seem to track with it. Like when I'm not really smoking or whatever, I tend to dream more. I don't know.
Well, I'm your control group there. I've been smoking more than ever.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Yeah, it's great.
Is that... It has... Recreational is still technically not legal there? Is that...
Oh, it's completely illegal.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Like every which way. But it's fine. Just get it sent through the post.
What? What? Like, people are still doing things that are illegal? What? No way.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, if I mean they legalized it here, but if they expect me to go stand in a line full of coughing people, waiting to get doled out like a gram at a time, think again.
No, just get. As long as it hasn't come over state line, you're right.
Yeah. Well,
I think. I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah, I don't know either. My cousin was making a strong case for getting medical, and I think I might even qualify. I just don't like. I didn't really like going to the doctor before. Now it's like fuck no.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something I've definitely considered. Because that would be nice, wouldn't it? But
yeah, I had a license in California. Like,
so
you just go like a little office where there's this guy who isn't a doctor. He's like half my age. He's like, what's wrong? It's like, I would like to smoke some weed. All right, okay. And signs a bit of paper and goes, there you go. That's
I see you have a deficiency in vitamins T, H, and C. Let me write you a prescription. Yes. Well, that's nice.
No record of it.
I kind of think that there's places like that in Illinois now, but I'm not exactly sure what the protocol is or whatever. Like, just go to whatever strip mall that I'm supposed to go, have somebody sign off on this, and I guess I will, but I want to go with a plan.
Yeah.
So, okay, you were in the States for a while, like 5 years?
Yeah, 5 or 6 years, something like that.
Okay. Is it a big shock being back home?
No.
Was there a major... I guess that would...
It's really boring. In
yeah.
Sort of day-to-day kind of way. It's like the most tedious city in the world to live in. And even living out here in the country. It's like, oh, look, there's countryside out here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's my little feel better. Oh, no!
And we're back.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Yeah, I was going to say the quality looked a little different.
This is like a 15-year-old laptop. So check out the screen rate. It's great.
It's great. The delay is even... the video looks good, but the sonic delay is kind of hilarious.
Good work. Yeah.
We're making it happen. We're making it happen, and
Well,
that's what
nice.
matters. We're making compelling TV. I don't know. Maybe. Um,
That's what people like. It's mistakes and like big pauses where you go, oh no, it's dynamics.
Yep.
That's what it is. Like in music.
Making people repeat themselves, that sort of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
people love it. I'm sure.
Yeah. If we could get some sort of feedback thing going on.
Oh, just wait.
RVAs, where it's just like forward. Yeah, but you might be able to see about laptop screen over and over again. It's one of them. It's full of dust and lies, like everything else. Great.
So
What are
you,
you doing today?
what am I up to today?
What time is it?
It is like probably about
Yeah.
2:00 in the afternoon. Just drinking some wine.
Oh,
You know.
nice.
So I
Yeah,
thought,
that's normal. The sun's up.
yeah. So I was thinking it was later at your place, but I can see that the sun is streaming in, so it must be like what 6 in the evening or something like that. About.
It's 8:15 in the evening.
Oh wow, I didn't expect so much sun.
Yeah, it's quite nice, quite late. It's sort of the summers get longer about this time of year.
Okay.
We're quite northerly people.
Right. I guess I don't
Yeah.
think about that so much, but yeah. Well, that's something. It's
Yeah, we're on
looking
the same,
rather.
it's quite sunny. We're on the same latitude as Alaska.
Food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. So that's interesting. But yeah, it's kind of looking dreary. On the contrary, over here today, it was raining all last night, just pouring.
Oh shit!
So just kind of overcast and wet. I think I'm going to get to some baking and yeah, that sort of exciting thing. Oh, some taxes. Got to get going on the taxes. So, just exciting
Nice. Don't
stuff.
do that.
Don't do that.
Taxes. Just stop paying them.
I mean,
Don't pay them. It's fine.
tempting.
Someone told me they can't make you.
I
If you just say no, I'm not gonna, they don't come and take it.
I've been doing it so long though, it makes me nervous to just stop now.
And like my plan beforehand was just to keep moving countries and not doing it ever, and just like going, well, fine, tell me someone else. And just like become one of those old drunk men who's never paid any tax but feels really entitled to everything. One of those things. That was the long-term plan.
Just get on my boat.
Yeah, this virus thing. Yeah, a boat would be really nice. Just like one of them scammers. Do you want to come and look at my boat? That guy.
Yes.
yeah, I'll be that guy. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of appeal about owning a boat, except the fact that you own a boat.
Yeah, all the things you've got to do.
Yes,
for boat ownership.
it'd be nice to have
Including
like
your
some
boat.
access to somebody else's boat. That would be, I think, ideal. Just complete access to a
Yeah.
boat.
You got to provide security for your boat.
There you go. Yeah, find some billionaire with a fleet of boats and be like, yo, I can take care of this one. Jesus. But then
I'll
he'd be
boat sit for you for a couple of weeks.
for a couple, decades. See you around.
Yeah. That seems fun.
I don't know.
I don't know. Boat ownership always seems like I've given up and I'm old. If I get a boat, it's like, oh, that's every old man I know. So
well, they say, what is it? There's two great days in a man's life. It's when he buys his boat and when he sells his boat. I don't know. As a person who's frankly terrified of natural waters, boating's not for me. I'm not an amphibious fellow by any means.
my dad had a canal boat, Do you have canals there?
No, but
Kind of
well,
like
yeah, but it'd be like I don't know, you drag your mule along it like toting coal or something. I don't think they quite serve the same like purpose here as they do over
well,
there. But yeah,
we have a canal network, and you can
right,
get anywhere on the canals, supposedly. We're just really slowly on a boat.
sure.
But my dad had one of these boats, and he called it Felicity, which was after an actress who used to be in a show called The Good Life. And when I saw this, I was like, "How did you get that past one?" But yeah, he did. He called it Felicity.
That's
I think
lovely.
it lasted a few years, and they went on it like twice or something. But they enjoyed having a boat for a bit. We're talking about having a boat.
So
And this sort of like secret in joke of like, yeah.
I mean it'd be fun. Like I definitely that would be my kind of boat is like a small like just you got oars or maybe a tiny motor just puttering around, not like a fucking yacht or something. Um, so is did you take over the boat's residence? Are you in the boat shed or is this your
No,
own?
this is my shed,
Did you build this
which
shed?
I got. I ordered this shed.
Put it right here. Nice.
I know that one. I'm gonna put it here, and I'll be in there most of the time. So
Bye bye.
you potter around, and I'll go to your shopping, but mostly I'll be in the shed having a drink. So yeah,
It
worked
sounds
out all right.
it sounds like it could be a lot worse. Although, yeah, I imagine bouncing off the 4x4 wall. How big a footprint is it in there?
6 foot by 4 foot.
Okay, that's a bit small, but
It's tiny.
there's definitely room for you and several devices, and that's about all. And
Yeah,
I
I've got like a recording mixer thing which I do my recording on. I've got all like that stuff I showed you before. Not even half of it. Here's a drum machine that I made. Looks like chewing gum.
that's fun. Let me here. I'll zoom in.
Made that. It's a
Ooh,
drum machine.
very cool. So,
Also, I've got like this, the micro granny.
um,
I did like a arcade extension of the micro granny, so you can fire samples off and stuff,
ooh,
change things. It's got a big cake on the inside.
oh, nice.
And these are all cakes on the outside. See,
Okay.
my ex-wife couldn't eat sugar, but I could stick pictures and things in a very passive-aggressive manner all around everywhere.
So when
I've
you
got
when
a
you
secret weapon here, though.
oh yeah, what you got?
Is that? It's,
Oh
it's a
yeah.
Russian clap pedal.
Oh nice.
It's like that big.
So that's like a programmable hand clap with a different amount of
Analog hand clap.
right. So it's got
Um,
different
so yeah, sensitivity, pitch, and volume. I think.
okay. I saw some
Um,
other crazy hand
oh
clap.
no, sorry. Pitch and decay. Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's very good.
I saw some other crazy hand clap device which I cannot remember the name of, but it was I think used on a lot of 80s stuff, but it had like a sample of an actual like clap or applause and like a bunch of different like it was kind of like a mix between like analog and like early digital sample with like you could tune one sample basically. So it's kind of an interesting
Isn't
box.
that like the 909?
Could be, but this thing was like devoted specifically to hand claps. And I, for the life of me,
Oh, nice.
cannot remember the name of the device. I'll have to Google it up and see what I can find. Interesting video,
Then
though.
there's a boss version that's a bit like that. Like
Hmm.
you can select a different one and then change the parameters. But but that sort of size, like a little tiny one. I got a bunch of stuff in it. Yeah, too much.
So, so the Barbie karaoke was sort of part of a dream and not necessarily part of an overarching vision of your studio. You're just kind of collecting up devices here in Jan. Yes.
No, yeah, not really. I like the how to put it, the sort of percussiveness of like the
pops that you can get out of some of the bends that Casper used to do.
Okay.
And my idea was I want to turn those into like drum hits. So in a similar way, you can build like a twin T resonant circuit using a 4060. Yeah, 4060. Yeah, 4060 unbuffered output chip. You can set these little feedback loops up and then ping them from the side using a very short pulse, and it makes a drum happen. And it sounds like the drum on the 808 or the this one, the Boss Doctor 110.
Wow, that's quite a. Are those all knobs on there?
Yeah, I put these. These are extra. This is the drum machine original part.
Sure. So those are all tunable.
Parameters for the different.
Wow, that's a lot
very
of knobs.
Tweakable. Yeah, very tweakable. I use it a lot. But the drums are literally just this little like a 4106 or a 4093 oscillator, like that, but you're just pinging it from the side using a little tiny bit of electricity. It just goes ding. So in a similar way to doing that, I kind of wanted to have a go at doing that with the sounds that I've heard that the circuit is capable of doing from the Barbie Karaoke, and maybe make some sort of like crystalline pointing tones like I've heard in my dream, but maybe it won't sound anything like that. You know, a lot of people think that dreams mean things. The only time I ever think they mean things is when I see circuits in dreams and they sound really good. And I go, it must be really good then. End up on eBay and like having a little route, but it barely is.
So
I don't know why I believe that.
So you have you had like previous ones where you're like, aha, I'm going to build that from my dream, and then you're like, meh, or were some of them ones that you were looking for?
This thing.
Huh. I think I remember seeing.
It's got a face in it.
Nice.
It's got some teeth. It's like loops of CMOS things.
Okay. Modulating one another.
Reading, what's his name? Peter B. Kettle and Lard's site. And he has these things where he has unstable loops of transistors sort of feeding back into each other that create sort of a spiky wave that's unpredictable. And so I had a dream about sort of like running through chips in circles and there being interconnected circles that were all around each other. And I sort of woke up and went, oh, well, you do that by getting like the 40-40 and taking the division off and pulling it around back here and having it inform a little bit of a latent gap that would then re-inform the first oscillator. Like drew this big thing out and then I built it. Yeah, it's I'll see if I can get it working, because it's particularly weird. What a little posh singer. But yeah, this is the result of a dream. And it sounded sort of like I thought it should sound like. I think eventually. Everything's unplugged. So yeah. Yeah. that was
That's good.
what I woke up thinking about.
So I like how you have that. So all the patching is sort of done in the back, but then you kind of flip it over and it's a different interface. So you sort of like set your patch and then flip it over.
Yeah, I didn't make the box, so it kind of like it happened in an organic fashion.
That's I think how a lot of these come together. There's only one way you can build a lot of these things. Is like once you're like, well, okay, I've got this to work with, because I think a lot of us are just fashioning stuff into existing boxes. What was that?
This was like a movie control thing in LA, one of them art shows. But these knobs fit just into those circles. So the actual pots are like recessed, and
That looks beautiful.
It's just such high quality enameled stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, and there were infinite turn pots that were in there that are worth about $30 each. So yeah, I just put them on eBay. I got this for $20.
There you go.
I put some handles and this on it, and then like carved these teeth into it and enamel painted the teeth.
Oh wow! Yeah. So those are not like stolen out of something. You gave it those gnarly teeth.
No, these are hand carved by myself.
Very nice.
Out of the wood that was there. Because I started cutting the hole and like went edge to edge, and I was like, oh, that looks like teeth. I'll make it some teeth.
Nice.
And, yeah,
why not?
It's kind of rotten. But yeah, this is like one of my things that I'm like, how did I figure out how to do that? Because I've done it before breakfast, and yeah, it's fine. It works. Still works after all this time.
It's crazy sometimes how quickly some things will come together and then how laborious other stuff becomes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's things that like I was making this dub siren for like 2 weeks with this like sign that says "Bless Up" in LEDs all across the front of it. It's really nice. It's got like all pots on it and that. And like while I was doing this, I knocked out like 4 other things because I was just like, I really don't want to think about that. I'll do this. And like last night, while I was not finishing that, I did this little box. It's got a sub oscillator in it. It's just really simple design, but it's made out of a little modem.
I love it. I've heard of people like bending. I think Deba did one before he kind of quit doing stuff, but he had like a modem that he controlled the audio from somehow or another. So it was like semi-controlled modem noises, which I thought was really dope. But I have no idea how he did that, and what would go into that sort of stuff. Like
it sounds like a lot of work.
Yes, but he had this, great grasp of just how everything kind of worked and how to fuck with it. And I don't have that.
I don't think it's necessary a lot of the time. I think I like to make odd noises and I find them where I can.
Well, yeah, that's true. But he had a way of like weirdly sussing that's like visuals and other weird capabilities out of stuff like remote controls and stuff that I'd never think to like use that in a sound making fashion. But it was because of having all sort of the bits and pieces, I think he was looking for things to put LDC timers in and kind of come up with things that they could do. The remote was interesting, though, because that would then like send signals to an IR sensor that in turn controlled something. So it would send these like different bursts of information from the remote. And it was one of those like gigantic, oversized, like universal remotes, too. So it just sort of... it was wacky in and of itself that it was just like this product already pretty much exists in this fashion, which is part of why I buy some things in the first place. Uh-oh. And we're back. So,
has lost internet.
Well, that's okay. I got something I can piece together out of this. Oh, no! I thought about making a cocktail for this, but I think just drinking white wine while I hang out with my assortment of Barbie karaoke machines might just be the drink for today. that's all I could get from Ben. Some technical issues came up, such is the way of these things. But we'll do some other fun stuff with this rainy day. So here's the Pernod puzzle that we finished in a previous episode. And I happened to find this pad of paper that I've been using for packing material. And I think the back of it will be the perfect size to mount this puzzle on. Oh, what's your deal?